She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. I gotta turn it down, guys. As much as I want to listen to La Musica, I know they keep muting my vids, and I'm sick of that crap. Sick of it. So I know I was just on a minute ago, friends, but I'm back. And I got a new shirt on. I was able to stop by my house on my shift because I was driving past it. And then I grabbed my cards and a shirt because I hate recording in my work shirt. And then, like, also, as I drove to my next location, I was listening to some, a video, and it was like a tantric video, twin flame tantric video, and, it was just so related to my live that I did earlier. I was like, I'm so in alignment. I am just so very in alignment with exactly, not just what I'm experiencing, what other people are experiencing too. So, since I know most of you guys don't watch tarot, I'm here to bring you the message. Filtered through me. I'm just putting out lots of invites right now because you never know who needs to hear it. Okay? Because it feels good for you guys to be joining me. Okay, hello. Hi, Torina. And George. Okay, so sex, love, and money in the new paradigm. Let's see. Let's fix this a bit. Here we go. We ready. We ready now. Okay, so sex, love, and money in the new paradigm. So I'm going to pull some cards because in my live earlier, I was just freestyling about how, you know, about monogamy, non-monogamy, and, you know, polyamory, okay, and about how this is very important to the new shift because we need freedom and sovereignty, and that it is important for us as free sovereign beings to exchange energy with multiple people, intimate, and that you should have intimate relationships with multiple people. Intimacy does not necessarily mean physical sex, but love and trust. And oftentimes when you get in a relationship with one person, you are bound to only being intimate, sharing love and trust with that person. You're, you know, basically not allowed to have relationships with people of the opposite sex. Even in relationships can be so toxic that you can't even have good relationships with like your family and your friends, okay? So that's something that we need to stop doing as we move into 2020, is to allow our partners, people that we love, to be themselves fully and to have experiences outside of us, okay? So that was basically summing up the video I did earlier that I just basically just said from my heart. But I did bring some cards this time, and I want to just kind of, which cards might I use? So I want to see if there's any other messages. Okay, so before I even start pulling out the cards, why I titled this Sex, Love, and Money in the New Paradigm is that they're all very much related. Sex, love, and money, your ability to receive, okay, has a lot to do with your ability to receive love and have good sex and accumulate money are very, very related. Okay, because it's all coming from your wand energy, your fire energy, your passion energy. And if you are sexually uptight, okay, it's going to make your love relationships that way, as well as really put a damper on how much money that you can receive, you know, produce. Because it's currency, it's energy, it's flow. And if you're stopped up in one of your chakras, then you're going to see that. You're going to see all those areas affected. Okay. So that's why I'm tying it all. It's sex, it's love, it's money, and it's a whole paradigm shift that we need to go through. So one thing we're definitely going to be leaving in 2020 is holding our partners back from their own soul growth, okay? And if anybody's holding you back from your soul growth, with love, you can excuse yourself from the relationship, and I promise you, the Most High Power, okay, the universe will bless you. Okay, so I'm going to ask 2020 relationships, what they should look like, how to have relationships in 2020, and we're just going to get some clarity on what my higher self is already trying to say. Relationships in 2020. Healthy relationships in 2020. We're using the Collide deck. Healthy relationships in 2020. Healthy relationships in 2020. I'm going to pull these cards before I talk. Alright, so 10 of Wands was the first card, and I'm thinking that we need to let the burden of relationships go. So we need to come out of that 10 of Wands energy that relationships have been putting us up. King of Wands, that's always great for relationships and sex, okay? The King of Wands is a passionate king, and he has a big wand. Strength. And that also has the infinity sign. So what I'm thinking is that 10 of Wands, King of Wands, and strength. 2020 relationships. We're going to let these burdens down. All these expectations. So that's what Spirit's saying right now is let those expectations that your that society has put on us in relationships and female and male archetypes, or not archetypes, but you know, roles, not just roles though, but just expectations of how we should relate to each other. We need to drop that. All these books that they wrote before right now about relationships and what a man wants. Am I mixing cards as I pull? Yes. So what I do is I go like this, Diana. I pulled the Hermit card just now. But yeah, I'm going like this. And then they... Okay, I can't show you because of the position of my hands. So yes, these cards are coming out randomly. Okay, so, because I know some people pull cards from the top, which is okay too, but that's just not my style. At least not for this reading. Okay, so we're going to put the burdens down and the expectations down, and all this bullshit that we've been learning is going away. Okay? And we're going to act on our passion. Okay, so this is masculine energy, okay, which means that there's actions being taken. It's not just thoughts and ideas, which feminine energy is more about. So we're going to take action on our passions, and we're going to love passionately. We're not going to say, oh, because you read all these books, because you followed all these steps, now I'm going to give you my passion. No, we're putting this burden down, all this fucking crap, and then we're going to act on our passion. If you love somebody, you're just going to show it. You're just going to be loving. And you're not going to hold back because they didn't follow step 1, 2, and 3. And, you know, they didn't buy roses. And they ain't got enough money. We're not going to be like that. Because that is not good for the soul growth. That is just some bullshit. Okay? And then this is going to take a lot of strength. Because when you make changes, people hate. Okay? So your family may not understand. Your ex-lovers may not understand. You know, your friends may not understand. You may not be able to talk to people about it the way that you were able to. Especially if you are in a divine soul connection, ain't nobody finna freaking understand that shit. Except for other people who are experiencing that. And even still, you have to keep your jewels to yourself. That's something else that I'm really learning. Is sometimes you got to keep your jewels to yourself until you are strong enough. Until you are strong enough to stand firm in what you actually believe. So what just came out here, okay, 3 cards flipped at the same time while I was talking. It says 5 of Cups, okay? So you may feel a little bit of this 5 of Cups energy of losing some things. You may lose some people as we go into this new paradigm shift because they're not going to be able to understand you as you grow. Okay? As you grow, people may not understand your new perspective. And you have to say, fuck them. Okay? You have to say, fuck them, anybody who doesn't care or who doesn't want to understand me. Even if you have to lose 3 and only have 2 left. Okay? You have to take the 2, because this 2 is your truth. This 2 is knowing that, we're talking relationships. So this person that, who has inspired you, come into your life, okay, you know that it, and it's funny because it's 2 cups, right? It's between y'all, you know? So release this third party, which is the expectations of others, okay? And just let it be the 2 of you and what you guys bring to the table, okay? I also want, before I move on to my next card, is I also want to say, I have to do with this expectation, but release the expectations. It's the 2 of you. Damn, it's like it came and went. Fuck. It'll come back. I don't want to freaking just sit here and... Okay, so this is a new idea. So, like, this is a pretty cute idea. Like, you know, me telling you about this, I'm only one person right now, right? There's only 1% of us who have this perspective, okay? So you have to be strong in that. You just have to hold on to this new idea, okay? And you don't have to stand on a platform and tell a million people at once. You can just start by relating one by one, you know, that this is how I can love you. I can love you, and I can love another as well, and it's okay. And it's going to take one at a time, okay? One instant at a time, one moment at a time, one lesson at a time, to bring this new way of thinking in, okay? So that you can become the Empress, okay? And because, you know, we're speaking feminine energy because this is ideas, right? The idea of a paradigm shift, okay? Until it manifests into reality and it becomes something that's normal, it's still just kind of an idea and a way of thinking, right? And so, as this Empress, you're truly an Empress. If you can manage what I'm talking to you of, letting the burdens of expectations down, you truly become an Empress, okay? You really rise, because you know why you're an Empress? Because you ain't worried about nobody else. You know, you're really okay with, you're able to be strong in what you believe, okay? And you're truly yourself, right? Like, the Empress is often pregnant, but it's like, even if she just had the baby, whatever, it's like, she got a little belly on her, you know, and she don't got no clothes on, ain't nothing covering up her nipples. She's like, fuck you, I'm wearing a crown. She's like, I got my natural hair, I'm not worried about your thoughts, okay? I ain't wearing pants today, it's just panties and this cape, okay? And it's like, you have to be strong to be powerful, okay? And being powerful is not about everybody supporting you. It's about you supporting you. And you allowing other people to come into your life that will agree. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else comes out. The new shift. Relationships in 2020. So in 2020, this is just like a little idea, right? This is just an idea because it's new. Okay. Secrets. We are uncovering. This is the moon card. We are uncovering the secrets of the universe in this new paradigm. Okay, in 2020. Okay. Heartbreak. So it's in the reverse, but it's, you know, it's whatever, however you want to see this. Some people finna be heartbroken. You're going to have to break hearts sometimes by saying, this is what I feel, this is what I believe, and I'm not finna change because you don't like it. Okay? When you leave relationships, some people are finna be heartbroken. Okay? They're not going to understand you. And you're going to have to you're going to have to accept that. Because it's heartbreaking when you change. It's heartbreaking when you realize that, you know, this world is controlled, that you are seriously like a slave here, and that your energy is being drained and sucked from you for 13 raggedy ass families who ain't shit, okay? To come out of this energy of enslavement. And you know, and it's like, Black people were literally enslaved here in America in the worst way, okay? In the worst way of all humanity. But it's funny how all of America is enslaved. And I don't know about other countries. I don't know how you guys do, because I know in other countries, like, They do special things for people like free healthcare and, you know, better breaks at your work and food. That, you know, they don't allow Monsanto in certain countries, whatever. But America is killing its citizens, okay, and burdening us so badly that people live in tents, okay, and are living in filth and trash, all while they literally build high-rise buildings that people can't even freaking afford, okay? It's really like a real-life slavery out here. Okay, so the Ace of Coins. So this is a brand new beginning. So we are ushering in this new. This is just proof that we are ushering in these secrets, okay? And you know what the big secret is? That you are in control of your reality, okay? That you are supposed to be sitting up here, that you're constantly co-creating. But they like to keep us in a fear and a lax state of mind so that we can't create something beautiful. See, what they want us to do is they want us to create the end of the world. Okay? They want us to create the end of the world. They want us to usher in this destruction. And the reason why it's possible, and the reason why they put out those movies like 2012, where it's like with the earthquakes and all these like scary things saying like, oh, the world's going to end, is so that it can be in our imagination, so we can believe it in our heart, so we can fear it, so we can bring it in. Because if we're all thinking that, then we will bring that into our 3D reality. That will be what we see. But if we could break free and uncover the secrets, we can imagine something better. If all of our vibration is higher, okay, then we can imagine something more beautiful. Like yesterday, an experience that I had, as I'm going home from work, I'm always end up stopping underneath this freeway bridge. I live in California where an earthquake can happen at any point, right? And I feel that energy of destruction near, and it causes fear in me. And every time I'm underneath this freeway passing, I'm always kind of like having this horrible vision that I don't really want to have. And so I stopped myself because I know that if I keep having that vision, it's going to happen. So I looked over to the side as I'm switching my state of mind, and I see this bush, and I imagined that I could see fairies and flowers, and it was glittery and beautiful, and I just imagined that fuck the earthquake, okay, that we can actually raise our vibrations, we can clean up this trash, we can help our homeless, okay, we can love one another, and that it'll be so beautiful and vibrating so high that I'd be actually able to see the fairies, okay, and that, you know, it would be like that bush that I was looking at, it would have flowers, and it would be this beautiful thing. And that is the secret. The secret is that we have that ability, okay, and Spirit wants us to know that this is what's coming in. Okay, it's been coming in, but there's a definitely speeding up, because I thought the age of Aquarius was this year. That's what I thought, but I actually read something that's like 2032 is when the age of Aquarius switches over. But it's like that's why momentum is speeding up, because we're really rapidly going into this shift. Even though it's 12 years, you know how quick this year went by. 12 years ain't shit. So I'm asking to pull another. One more message for the relationships in 2012. Not I said 2012. Oh shit. Okay, so Queen of Swords, and this had just flipped out. So and I had put it back, and it came out again. So Queen of Swords. So I think this is telling us that everything I just talked about, as far as standing in your truth, and that you just have to stand in your truth, and you can't be worried about what other people think. There's a lot of divine partnerships that are coming into union, and it may look strange to others. And you may be like, you know, their partners, their previous partners especially, are going to be extremely like mad, at least at first, about the transition that people make. But it's like, you have to follow your divine life purpose. You can't be worried about what other people think. You just can't. And you need to free yourself. I thought I was going to be more sexual. I thought this message was going to be more sexual. I'm putting these cards back in the deck. And I'm going to lighten this load, because I'm feeling really like this heavy ass fucking energy. even though I'm going to pull out these cards. I'm pulling out my spooky deck, and we're going to talk about sexual liberation, because that's something that I had talked about. Sexual liberation. Okay, something flipped, guys. I thought it was more than one card that flipped. Oh, I just dropped the whole deck on the freaking floor. 10 of Wands. Drop the burdens. I just pulled the 10 of Wands out of the other card. That was the first thing that came out when I talked about what the relationship's going to be about. And it said to drop the burdens, first of all the expectations. And when I said sexual liberation, first thing that comes out is 10 of Wands, and it's a dragon. And it's basically saying, drop the burdens and expectations that they put on us, especially on women. You know, especially on women. Women, you are allowed to be as sexual as the men. Okay? But I also want to point out that that it is important for you to decide who you actually want to have sex with, especially in the new 2020, because you are going to be like that whole, because we're more aware that it's an exchange of energy, and so you really want to be with somebody who you want to exchange energy with. You know, and even if it's somebody that you regularly are with or whatever, you want to make sure that they're in a good energy. You want to make sure that you two are in harmony. You don't want to just do it with somebody just for physical pleasure, because you're manifesting every time you have sex. I got to pick up these cards. You're manifesting every time you have sex. And we're going to be manifesting. It's going to feel like miracles going into 2020 and beyond, because it's going to happen so fast. And so you want to make sure that you're not manifesting negative energy when you are exchanging energies. Okay, let's pull another card. First we got the 10 of Wands. I put it back in the deck though, because I dropped all these cards. Let's just see what else comes out for sexual liberation. Too many. Tell us about sex in 2020. Sex in 2020. Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is what I would usually refer to as deception. I'm getting that we've been deceived about what sex really is. Okay, we've been deceived. See, in the Illuminati and whatnot, they use sex magic a lot. And they didn't tell us nothing about it. They just told us, oh, only have sex with one person. So that's the thing, is that the reason why you want to, and I'm not saying just have sex with multiple people. I'm saying build loving, beautiful, intimate relationships with multiple people in your personal divine timing and in your own way. But I'm just saying, allow that, okay? And the only way that you can do that is if you're really whole in yourself. Because if you're not whole in yourself, you're not gonna let your partner have other relationships. You're gonna be crying about them being with you. But when you're really whole in yourself and you have your own divine life purpose, then you can allow it, and you will grow so big. Okay, sex in 2020. Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Passion. The King of Wands came out in the other deck. So that's action. So, and this is also Lilith. Okay, Lilith was Adam's concubine. Okay? I think that's how the story went. And she got like banned because Eve was jealous. Lilith was wasn't even really human. But, what? Oh, damn, I listened to a story about Lilith. It had everything to do with divine femininity and the divine, and that power that we have as women, because we are creators. Okay? We can use, creates human. But how powerful is that? That you can create a whole human. You can create other things too. And so that is what this is telling me, is that this divine feminine power is going to be used. It's going to be like magic. Sex magic is going to be real as fuck in 2020. Wheel of Fortune. We can use our powers for good, like getting away from the fire, or we can use it for bad, like killing. Okay? So the elites or whatever, they use it for their own evil purposes all the time. Okay? And it's like, you can do that. If you want to keep manifesting some bullshit into your life, then go ahead. If you want to keep having relationships where you're bound to your partner, then that's your choice. Okay, you could use sex magic on somebody to keep them with you and not looking at nobody else, but please believe something else horrible is going to manifest through that. Or you can be liberated. Okay? And the thing is and I'm talking about this like multiple partnership, but I think what we're also going to find, and especially in the beginning of this shift, is that people are going to, like, when you allow somebody freedom to be them true selves, like, not everybody's going to do that, right? So, like, if you, say you are two highly spiritual people, and you have spouses from before, baby mama, baby daddy type situations from before, and your high vibrational partner knows that when you go to visit your ex-spouse or whatever, that, you know, you guys might be sexual, or that you're building a relationship, you're having a happy relationship, right? And your high vibrational partner is like, I totally respect that. I think it's totally important for you guys to have a great relationship, and whatever you choose to do in that moment, I respect and love you for. I know, see, your high vibrational partner is going to know that just because you go see someone else doesn't mean that you love them less. Just because you love someone else doesn't mean that you love them less. So your high vibrational partner is going to understand that. But your 3D partner, you know, they ain't going to have that understanding, at least not initially. And if they do, it's going to grow slowly. And so when you go, you might go see that person, and you could have you might build intimacy. I'm not going to call it sex. You might build intimacy with them, right? But ultimately, you're going to go back to your high vibrational partner, because your high vibrational partner allows you freedom, love, flow, and doesn't make you feel like you have to hide yourself and all that. This person over here, they're not spiritual like that, or they're not on that same level. So you don't want to be with them. You might want to enjoy the holidays with them because you want your kids to be happy, and you want to have this beautiful experience, but you don't really want to spend your life with them because they freaking bore the shit out of you, and you want to have this high vibrational relationship. So I said all that to say that when you allow somebody freedom, they come back on their own. How good would it feel for somebody to come to you because they want you to, because they want to, not because they're obligated? Okay? So we have to stop obligating our partners in 2020. Allow people the freedom to just, you don't own nobody. You don't own your kids, you don't own your parents, and you don't own your freaking spouse. So allow them the freedom. Okay? And free yourself. If they can't allow you the freedom, free yourself and say, look, my boundary is up. I'm leaving the house because you're not allowing me freedom. You can do that in a loving way. Okay? It doesn't mean you abandon them. It just means that you are saying, I am going to live with my mom because I need freedom for my soul growth. Okay, so I do have to go pick up my client, but I feel like pulling something else. I'm going to go into the Astro deck. It's funny, I feel all this heavy-ass energy, like this is some important-ass fucking message, even though when I was listening to a message before, I was like, really, like, yay, sex. And now I'm just kind of like, it's very important that we get this. So, what are we asking? Sex in 2020. I'm asking a new deck. How to have the best sex in 2020. Fuck that. Good sex in 2020. I'm seeing Aquarius. I'm putting it back, though, so that seeking foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking. So this is telling me that it's a quest. Good sex in 2020 is a spiritual quest. Also, it's telling me that to explore Tantra, even if you're with the same partner or whatever, because this is all going to be a gradual process, and not everybody is where I'm at, okay? is, so this is sex in 2020. Allow it to be a spiritual quest, an adventure. Okay? And that doesn't mean like booty holes and shit like that. Like, I mean, whatever floats your boat. But like, it doesn't mean necessarily like that, but explore the spirituality of sex. Okay? Okay. Anal sex can be very spiritual, is what God wanted me to tell you right now. There is some spirituality to that, and that is why it's often used in suppression in the Illuminati, but that doesn't mean that it can't liberate you. Okay, good sex in 2020. I'm trying to switch my energies. Good sex in 2020. Come on, cards. Capricorn, which is funny, because that's not very liberating to me. So, this is what it's saying. It's a serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down-to-earth, corporate, and reserved, rigid, and disciplined. That's definitely not what I expected. Okay? So we got adventure, and then also it says the boss for Capricorn. So okay, so what I'm gonna take from this is that you gotta be your own boss. Okay? And I was talking about Tantra, so it's like you have to, when you do spirit sex and you do sex magic, it's like you do have to be careful because you are manifesting, so you want to make sure that you are manifesting from a higher perspective. So be a boss of your own mind. You have to be like a boss of your own self and a boss of your own spirituality. You can't just allow any influences into you. And when you're dealing with your sexual energy, you really have to be in control of yourself. And that's also very important to manifesting and bringing things to forward, is that you really have to be in control of your energy. Because if you stay in a fear, if you allow yourself to be a fear energy, you're going to manifest what it is that you fear. I'm getting one more and then I gotta go. Okay, good sex. Sex style, opportunity, collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. Okay, so sex style is the symbol right here. And opportunity. So sex is an opportunity. Also, I'm seeing this window right here. It's like opening up a door to the spirit realm. Okay, so when we have sex, that's why it's very important for you to be a boss when you're going to be tantric, okay? And you're seeking this outer world experience, okay? It's an opportunity. So you're opening up like a gateway. And you're creating possibilities. I'm pulling one more, you guys. Explain this. Communication. Wow. So the only way that this is going to occur, this boss-like, creative, sexual opportunity, is if you're willing to communicate, which is huge. If you're willing to communicate with your partners. This is not something that you can masturbate all day long and have a tantric experience, and so be a boss of your own self, okay? But if you want to have this 2020 relationship, this further higher thought relationship, it's going to be about communication. You're not going to be able to just be like, well, I can have multiple partners because it's 2020. You better be able to communicate that to your partner, or else it's not going to work, because it's a partnership. Okay? So you and your high vibrational partner, you guys are going to have to be able to talk. It's not like, oh, we're high vibrational, so they should know. You know? No, you have to be able to have a communication of saying, we're going to be ascension partners, and I allow you your freedom, and I love you unconditionally. or love you without attachment. Okay, love without attachment. Okay, you have to communicate that to your partner so that you guys are on one accord, and so it can be a high vibrational. It's not high. Cheating is not high vibrational. Okay, so being sneaky is not high vibrational. Okay, you have to communicate your needs and desires to your partner for it to work. Okay, and when you go see your other partners who may not be your high vibrational match, you know, they're just somebody that you're experiencing, another type of soulmate, you're going to communicate to them and say, look, I'm non-monogamous, or I'm polyamorous, and this is how I operate. Okay, so that, you know, they may not fully understand it, and maybe that may not, you know, first of all, you allow them to the freedom to be in relationship with you, knowing, you know, whatever, knowing what the deal is, okay? And it helps them to grow. And they're also, you're able to form a real relationship. Without communication, you ain't shit in a relationship. Without communication, you ain't shit. Nothing's gonna work, okay? So, I gotta go get my client, but that is the message for today in regards to love, sex, and money. Ooh, no. Before I go, I didn't say nothing about money. No, so one thing about money is that in the new paradigm is that you have to, if you want to be wealthy and not have your wealth taken away from you and have infinite abundance and abundance from God, okay, and money you ain't going to be guilty about, is you have to be helping other people. It has to be in your divine life purpose of spreading love in some way. Now, everybody has their own way. You might be you might make clothes, you might do jewelry, you might talk on, you know, share information, you might be, whatever it is that you do, you better fucking be helping other people, and it better come from the heart, or else it ain't gonna be shit on the long run, okay? So, if you want to make good money in 2020, it has to be a passion, something that you're passionate about, and something that serves. Okay, so we have the 11th house, which is the edge. Creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experiments, and the future. So that's very right on with that, is that it better be helping someone. Make sure you're helping people. So for me, you know, I have different products to sell. At the same time, I deliver my coaching for free, you know. At least until the divine guides me elsewise, or otherwise, it's like I'm gonna love you and share what comes to my heart through, and from my head. I touched on my thing and said heart. You know, I've decided that my coaching will be free. I want to just give my coaching for free, you know, because everybody needs information, and you shouldn't have to just. Everybody needs information, and that's one thing that I can give. Okay, harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, gives, rhymes, support. So this is also related to helping other. Find something that's going to harmonize, an aid, or benefit. Okay, something that's a benefit. Find a need, fill a need. That's from Robot's movie, and he was all about starting a business. Also, you see this triangle here? Ooh, that's going to be, ooh! Because I'm all about that MLM. I'm all about the multi-level management. No, MLM. Multi-level marketing, okay? And it's a pyramid. A lot of people are like a pyramid scheme. But the pyramid is the highest, strongest shape. Strongest shape. Because the top is only at the top because of the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to leave that for another message. But doing things in a pyramid fashion will be good for your money too. Okay? So you have to help people. You have to allow people freedom. And you have to stand in your own power in 2020. Alright, that's all I got, guys. Love you.